Welcome to the Austin LGBT Chamber of Commerce podcast. I'm Tina Cannon, your host and CEO of the Chamber. On today's pod, we're going to talk about local business news. Headlines for the week include us. The Chamber hosted a latest Small Town Big Pride event. A site near the former Statesman building is being rezoned for dense development, and return to office momentum. What's happening? We'll be right back. What's shaking podcast land? How's everybody feeling?
Hello, hello.
Amy,
Hello.
Colton. Your fan club has arrived.
Oh, there. Okay, now we can start over. Hi.
Hi, hello, good morning.
They were late getting through security. So we took last week off for our loyal listeners. Yet none of you guys emailed us to check on us. There was like no wellness check.
Nobody cared.
Truly, and now I'm on antibiotic. Thanks, everyone.
We normally, for you listening, we normally record on Wednesdays. And last week, Wednesday, I think we were all still drunk. Mm-hmm. At least I was. It was a rough coming out party of the election.
I mean, yeah, I think I reserved that for Wednesday afternoon because I just called it early on Tuesday. The writing was on the wall, so I called it a night. And then Wednesday woke up and I was like, oh, that wasn't a bad dream.
Now the nightmare continues.
I was in New York City walking around sad, but...
Different vibe though, I bet, right? Like what was the vibe in New York?
Was weird. So like election day seemed normal. It was kind of cool to see all the like New York City get out the vote, little stickers on the sidewalk, and everyone walking around either had a New York City Marathon medal.
Oh, yeah.
Or an I voted sticker. So that was kind of cute. You know, normal energy, very happy, energetic. And then Wednesday hits and it was a very different city, very quiet.
Was it a ghost town?
I wouldn't say a ghost town. It was definitely slower, but it was more, I don't know, it just felt like...
The city that never sleeps was very sleepy.
Yeah. And we were staying in like Chelsea, like close-ish to Midtown.
Yeah,
and
wow. Okay.
It just felt like financial district, World Trade Center, like...
Yeah.
Wow,
areas.
that's down.
It was like, it just... very different energy.
Because of course New York went blue, and as we all know, Texas went red.
Oh, in so many ways, yeah. I don't know. In Lockhart, it was the same kind of like everybody in town, I think, was just exhausted by the whole election.
Just the whole like 2 years leading up to it.
Yeah, like you could hear, we were all hearing about like election violence this go around across the country. People were being ugly in town. So I can only imagine like on a broader scale, especially in larger cities that are split. Like as we were watching some of the toss-up states.
Yeah. Well, they must have been on pins and needles in those states.
And I can't even imagine how people were treating one another. Like what we were seeing in town, especially right up until, and I shared with y'all like 11 o'clock at night, how people were treating one another on election day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, chill out.
And you had a front row seat to that.
I did. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I worked the polls. And
wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, it was fun. We had so many first-time voters. It was really cute. Also very concerning because they have no idea what they're getting into. And I feel like you can speak to civic duty in school without speaking to partisanship.
Exactly.
These kids have they've never seen a ballot. Come on.
Right.
Like, talk to these students.
I never saw a ballot when I was in high school. I mean, we do a really crappy job of educating.
And that's when it was hard to vote.
Civics.
Like, if you made a mistake, you couldn't just hit the back button.
Yeah.
You had to ask for a whole other ballot. Remember? Like, you had to push the pen in the paper.
Right.
And
that's right.
You,
the hanging
like,
chads.
Ah, crap. And you'd be like, you'd put your hand outside the curtain and give them a little wave. Like, nobody knew what you were doing in there.
I just remember the ones that were kind of like a rotary phone.
Yeah, the
where
dial.
you're like spinning.
Oh, yeah. And then the push button.
Yeah, you're like...
You could just hear like the bing across the whole room.
I kind of miss it.
I like to go in there and vote as fast as I can. Like, like somebody will pull up to the thing next to me and I'll pull up into the next one because I know what I'm doing, right? Because I'm an educated voter.
Yes.
So it's not like I have to go in there and I'm not like that asshole at like McDonald's that looks up at the menu and goes, I wonder what I want. What do you have?
Well, that was asked to me as an election worker. But I mean, I'm one of those where it is too easy, right? I take it like a test.
Yeah.
And then I check my work.
Exactly. You got to check the work.
So, and every now and then, oh God, we would get senior citizens who would be like, what are they asking? Oh. And I'd be like, I can read it to you, but I can't explain it to you. I'm just going to read it aloud. And I would read it aloud and they'd be like, oh yeah, that. And I'm like, I don't want to know.
That made sense.
I don't want to know. Just, you can do yes or no.
And there was like billions of dollars spent across this country in local races, state races, all the way up to the federal race. Billions of dollars spent to educate voters. And they still have no idea coming into the polling box.
I'm telling you, like, people older than me had never voted before, but this election was important to them. And it was concerning. Like, if this is what really makes you move, what have you been doing your whole life? You've just been rolling over or congratulating yourself on existing? Like, I
don't understand.
Like, I knew it all along. Those flags in my yard really did their magic.
That's the thing, right? They'll sit there and put a flag in their yard and celebrate those who've died to protect our freedoms, but yet they can't bring themselves to go vote.
Exactly.
Well, take that flag out of your yard,
It's
man.
on both sides. I was looking up those didmyfriendsvote.org, and I was fuming. The amount of conversations we have had in the wine shop, and then you go back and look, and it's like, girl, you did not vote. I don't want to hear an opinion from you for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't understand people. I just don't understand people that don't vote.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I can hardly exhale.
I have always been a lover of a sticker, and I will do anything to get that sticker.
When I was down at City Hall voting, they had just run out of stickers. You know, they normally put them around the edge, and there was none on the edge. And I panicked. I'm like, where's my sticker?
Yeah. We are going to pack this polling station until 7 o'clock until you get us stickers. Ah, well. What a time to be alive.
I mean, but we got past it. We did take the week off. Thanks for hanging with us, Podsters. Thanks for not checking on us.
I mean, we took the podcast off.
Yeah, we took the podcast off.
Yeah, we were still working.
We're still
It was hard to be
slammed.
peppy that Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was really hard. But this too shall pass. We will get through it together.
Yeah.
So the first headline is about us. The Austin LGBT Chamber hosted the latest Small Town Big Pride event. It was a vibrant gathering of celebrated local LGBT and ally-owned small businesses. We were out in Taylor this time. We had a giant ribbon cutting with the local officials, celebrated local businesses, and all the commitments of inclusivity in Taylor. It was a good time.
It was such a good time.
It really was. I love it so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Taylor Pride, for helping us out.
Yeah, thank you, Taylor Pride.
And to all of our new members, welcome.
Oh my gosh, so many. And even, I know we'll probably do memberships here in a minute, but we had one like photo finish member join at the final hour the day before. Taylor Bike Company, welcome to the chamber.
I went in and purchased something from Taylor Bike Company.
I know, I have to pick up this week.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then quick thank yous to our sponsors who helped make the trip happen. Momo's Michelada, Aglyph, and Vivant Health.
Oh, so amazing. They really brought it. Like, it was a special event.
It was a good time. So if you're listening and you're like, what the hell did I just miss? The Chamber organizes these small town big pride events as a way to highlight the small towns and communities around us as being open and receptive and welcoming. And it also signals to those small towns that we have money. And we like to go and spend it where our money is welcome.
Yeah.
So this was the second one. We did Lockhart, we did Taylor, and
Yeah, and this time we had sacks provided from Momo's Michelada Mix.
Sacks.
Sacks.
What are you from, like Michigan? We had sacks.
Seax.
Yeah, we had totes.
I'm in Minnesota. Okay.
And I loved seeing how like stuffed full they were as we were loading the bus again. I was like, yes, this is what it's about.
When you said that, I was thinking Saks Fifth Avenue.
I knew it. I knew you were. That's how I spelled it in my head too.
Right?
Oh man, but it was like some of the places that I wasn't able to visit ahead of time. I tried to go out there and hit everybody prior to the event, but Neighborhood Bottle Shop was super cool. Loved it.
Went in there, bought stuff in there.
We'll definitely be back.
And for those of you listening, when you visit Taylor, go to Neighborhood Bottle Shop, pick out a beer, and then you can walk around in the downtown entertainment district with your open beverage.
Those are with finger quotes there. Entertainment district. That's very important to know.
I was just told to make sure I included that every time I mentioned it.
So cute. And then we finally were able to get into Western Darlin. Also amazing. It's all like natty wines.
Had a wine there. It was a really good wine next to we had.
I loved the lighting.
Same. Neon, little neon.
Yeah, like little neon,
natural
red,
light.
dark.
A little Dolly-esque. It was
Yes,
good.
very cute. And then when we ventured over to Talbot Commons, holy cow, how
It's cute.
cute. How cute.
Been telling so many people about Talbot Commons. I'm like, it is such a cute little pocket hotel. Go
Yes.
spend the
And they've
weekend
got
up
a
there.
Commerce Suite.
They have a Commerce Week.
Commerce Suite.
Oh, I'm like, what? Did I miss something?
The
a
room,
Commerce Suite.
The room that we toured.
Yeah, number
was the
one.
Commerce
Room number
Suite.
one.
Yes.
Commerce Suite.
Super cute.
Yeah. Patio vibes. People. They said people would come and work there at lunch. And
We rolled in on an open mic night happening. It felt like the whole town was in that
Black Sparrow.
Black Sparrow venue.
yes.
It was a good time.
The back patio. No idea it existed.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So cute.
And there's one couple, this younger people had little kittens with them.
Yes.
It was adorable.
I
I
know.
thought
they were
Amy
strays.
went into someone's house and took a picture with a cat and
I know,
sent it to
because
me.
I
while we were-
sent it to the group when I was in the back. I was like, look what I found.
But I didn't even know there was a backyard. I was like, where did she go?
Yeah, I'm so stupid gullible though. Denise was like, yeah, and there's actually an adoption group here, like with kittens. And I was like, oh my God, what group are you with? They're like, those are my cats. Like,
I always bring my cat to a bar.
same. Right? Isn't that what we do?
There is that.
No.
There is
Oh,
that
God.
famous cat.
Mean
in
Eye
Austin.
The
it's
French
like a
fry
little
cat.
chupacabra cat.
What?
Like
Isn't
naked-
his name like Chewy?
I think it is chupacabra, but
Yeah.
it's a sphinx cat. So it's like naked, but like in the in between. You know, where it's
Like-
like has a little
like a
scraggly
tuft of hair.
beard,
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a Jim Henson cat.
and it's like raspy voice, like screaming for French fries.
Smokes 4 packs a day.
Right?
And then what is it? ASMR. ASMR.
Yeah.
Like, so they film this cat everywhere they take this cat. And it,
So gross.
seriously, it lives off of French fries. It's like,
Oh, I got to see this cat.
I mean, I would be friends with this cat.
Oh my gosh. But it was a good time. Thank you, staff, to all the work putting it together. Thank you to our volunteers and to those who attended and rode the Booze Cruise bus down and back with us. It was a good time. And
The Lock Art Bus.
Yes, the
good time.
Lockhart Art Bus.
So a site near the Statesman building here in town is being rezoned for dense development. It could be coming pretty soon. So the council voted to approve the zoning change last week at their November 7th meeting. It's going to allow for more density. The project is right on 315 South Congress. It is not the Statesman building. It's the land right just south of it. So right now what sits on it is the Firestone and like a nail shop. And I say nail shop because that's all it says is one nail.
So it's
Not
like-
nails, one nail. Yeah. But the hope is that they can do about 800 residential units, a hotel, office space, restaurants, and retail.
So is it that little stretch on Congress between Barton Springs and Riverside? Yeah,
Yes.
like across from
Yeah.
Yeti.
Yeah. And when you look over and you're like, what is that little weird plot of land? That's what that's about. Yeah.
So the tours was for the actual
Look at you.
Statesman building.
Yeah. So the Statesman's still on hold until we figure out what's going to happen there. But this plot right behind it is going to go ahead and move forward.
This is the only thing that will deter me from ever working in local government.
Acronyms?
Zoning.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of it. You could go to the county, though. The county doesn't do bupkis on zoning.
It bores me to tears.
It's what our future looks like.
I understand, but I'm like, just figure it out and get it done, please.
Well, of course, one of the curmudgeons that always sues the city
This
was
is exactly my point.
was down at council fussing about this project. And he was, get this. So
SOS, girl.
it's covered in concrete or asphalt right now, this whole place. And it's been there, I've been here 33 years. It's been the same. covered in asphalt from soup to nuts, the whole property. He had the nerve to walk up on the microphone. And meant this place is going to have green space and a park and trails and all.
Right.
He had the nerve to say that this development would be a detriment to the environment. I'm like, bro, it's all asphalt right now.
You showing up and giving testimony is a detriment to the environment. Please sit down. Like, I cannot with these guys. This is why the zoning thing drives me insane. Because people will raise arms over what's going on. And it even happens in my little tiny town. People will show up and slam their fists on the podium. They're like, I live behind this. And it's like, you chose to live behind a city zoned location.
Right, or you're behind a commercial property.
Help you.
Yeah.
The decibel level is 65. Sit down, Barbara.
Yeah. These
Also,
guys.
tell your kid to quit kicking his soccer ball in my backyard. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Marcos is in a knockdown, drag out fight right now about P&Z for a local coffee shop / bar.
Okay.
It's been around for a while. Tantra, Lever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But they just
Noise level?
opened back within the last 2 years. Conditional use permit to allow live music.
She's got the one with the big backyard.
Yeah,
big-
It's like a side yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A reddish
Yeah.
house, like maroon.
So cute.
Texas state colors. Never realized. Anyway,
Go
Wow.
Bobcats.
so there is a lady in town that everyone knows, but
Yeah.
she was upset because she tried to buy a sandwich or Amy's enchilada, the frozen
Yes.
kind, at the
Yeah.
gas station close by, and she heard profanity in the lyrics.
Dear God, don't ever attend or visit
now-
any venue in Lockhart if you don't want to hear profanity.
Don't listen to this fucking show.
P&Z.
Wow.
Anyways, P&Z changed their decibel level to 60, and with just traffic noise alone, it's already over 50.
Yeah.
You know, I do not get me started. I just, these are kids, these are college students too, right? Like, because I go for the bluegrass nights and I'm, of course, the silver fox in the middle of the crowd.
I think she complained on a bluegrass night.
Oh, my Lord.
It was me, lady. What's her name? Linda. Listen.
It
was me,
That's actually
Barbara.
pretty close. I won't say it online.
It was probably me hooting and hollering. But these kids give them a break. Like, they're students.
Yeah.
Like, they're studying. This is their one night to, go out, let loose with their fellow students or kids that just live in the area that are figuring it out, or musicians. And it's done by what, 10:30?
10:30.
And to be clear, San Marcos is a college town.
I'm sorry. Anything that is over before Letterman is fine in my book. It's okay.
There's 20-year-olds Googling what Letterman is right now.
Bad built. I'm just like, beach blonde, bad built, butch body Barbara. Sit down, please.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, we took a week off. We needed this.
We're real angry. I'm real angry. I won't speak for the group.
It's podcast therapy. It's all good.
Yeah. Hey.
Return to office momentum is showing up in office space demand. Despite the slow recovery in some of the tech-centric cities, office market is finally recovering in the nation's largest metros, with one big exception. That's according to a report released by VTS, a commercial real estate management software company, which found about a third quarter office demand increases by 11% over last year. So it's coming up. Big cities coming out of the pandemic, like San Francisco, Seattle, Boston, D.C., are really popping. New York and L.A., a little bit less so, but you've also got a lot of tech jobs in there too. Austin is not even on the gap. We're not even on the chart of the returns. I was talking to a group of business owners and not owners, but business managers within the tech world and kind of the big employers, and have long since been, post-pandemic, the 3-day work week, and now there's this big push within the HR groups to do a 4-day work week mandate. We're still in Austin sitting at about 20% unoccupied, and that's not including the ones that are currently leased. 20% of the ones that are not even leased. So,
And that's
Jeez.
only downtown.
yeah, this is downtown CBD numbers. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this tracks. You might know, what's the TikToker or the guy that goes around New York and he's like, hey, where do you live? Can we see it?
I love the one in New York so much
Yeah.
more than the one in Austin.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And like this tracks for like the cities listed because at some point you got to get out of your little tiny
Yeah, the little bitty
shoebox
ones.
that you're living in.
Because you're living with 6 of your buddies.
Right. And your rent is like $5,800 and FU dollars a month.
Tina looks so cool in her sunglasses.
The sun's coming in.
I know the sun is beaming off the mirrored windows.
Off these empty buildings that are across from us.
But like Seattle, Boston, San Fran, Chicago, LA, New York, Washington, D.C., give me a break. Like if you look at the rental prices in these cities,
They're going to work just to get some elbow room.
yeah, it tracks and use the bathroom. Right.
Alone.
You got that studio apartment in New York where you have the communal bathroom in the hallway. Forget it. Get out of here. I've lived in a situation like that. But
I would die.
yeah. So, it's okay. It's okay. I hope it's still kind of hybrid, even if they're returning, because we've always shared here that we get so much done when you get in the groove. Like when you get comfortable and you're at your kitchen table or on your couch or coffee shop for me, whatever, and I'm just like banging out emails and getting shit
Right.
done. And I don't know.
Because I know I'm interruptus maximus. I stop y'all from working all the time. Because I'm like,
It's really just your,
my office sunglasses today.
internalize intrusive thoughts that somehow become externalized. As we're all sitting here, we're like, wait, what did you just say? Oh, sorry, no, I'm just talking to myself. Like, oh, who's Barbara?
But you do. You get locked in at home or the coffee shop, and there's no interruption. You can just kind of crank out some good work. But at the same time, you need that sense of community. And, we're in a co-working space here, and we see people working every day, all the time, working together.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that they're splitting time away and working from home occasionally or remotely or on a job site. It's nothing.
Yeah, our situation is kind of like working at the aquarium, but we are the fish.
We are the fish.
Like, especially being across from the galley kitchen where
Yeah.
we're just like, as I walk around the office, I'm like, look what they're doing. Oh, look at their plants. Those look great.
Yeah.
Like-
We know who is Sir Snacks a lot. We know.
Oh,
We know
the
who you are.
raccoon, the Flora raccoon.
Yes.
I can't stand him. God, he's the reason they put a lock on the closet.
He did break into the closet several times.
We have a snack
Several
closet, and we have one guy
Several
that just
times
like
a day.
thinks it's his personal pantry and goes in there all the time. And
Seriously, when these guys like stuff their jacket pockets at the end of the day, I'm like, do you have a Costco card?
yeah.
Like, do you need all of those Teddy Grahams? What is your deal?
Oh my goodness! All right, what do you got going on in local chamber events, news, excitements, things to be on the lookout for? Hit us.
Our Business of Pride Gala is coming up very quickly. We are less than a month away. There are a limited number of individual tickets, tables, and sponsorship levels available for purchase. Prices will increase after the Thanksgiving holiday. So please go online
Yeah,
now
no
and
Black
purchase your
Friday
table.
specials here.
We are all about Small Business Saturday
Yeah.
and you buying a table to our gala.
I love that.
Pissed off about the election? Want to do something to support the LGBT community? Get to the gala. Have a good time
Yes.
with us. Celebrate those who are celebrating us. It's always a grand time.
Live armadillo races. Mechanical bull.
I can't wait to watch some big O queens
And we have
racing their armadillos.
and we have a guest coming in.
We do have a guest coming in. Wait, I don't think I have a drum roll button. I can't see because I have my damn sunglasses on.
Well, we'll do it. We'll do it later. But it's
watching this go down in here. Good grief.
it's someone you all know and love, a member of the Chamber family.
I don't have one. Sorry.
Nothing.
No drama.
Okay, we love you, Robin Rose Quartz.
Hey! Bow, 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 bow. There we go. There we go. What a sad intro that was for Robin.
Yeah,
know.
let's cue that up again.
Right now.
Yeah, what do you got? Give me let's have a shake and bake redo. What do we
Yeah.
got? Joining us this gala at the Queer Frontier is none other than
The only.
Austin's now expat to New York
The
City.
one and only from New York City, Miss Robin Rose Quartz.
Oh, it's clocks again. Get out of here. I thought
It's
it was
fine.
going to be sirens and whistles.
We'll practice for next
I
week.
don't have that many gay buttons on here.
We'll practice for next week.
It's fine.
She's coming in to do a special performance for her old Austin Chamber family.
I'm
so excited.
I live for this performance, I think, at this point.
It's
With
gonna be so
everything
good.
going on in my life. I'm like, it's just, everything's going to fade to black, and it's just going to be Robin Rose. And I'm going to be like, in tears. Like,
She is a big fan of Casey Musgraves.
Me too. We have that in common.
So it'll be fun.
Unbelievably talented. I'm glad that life is good out in New York City, and we convinced her to fly the coop years ago and live the dream.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
What else you got for us?
The 5th annual Austin LGBT Chamber Holiday Toy Drive is in full swing.
Yay.
You can visit austinlgbtbiz.com/toy drive to see a list of drop-off locations and suggested toys. If you're a member of the chamber and would like to serve as a drop-off location, please email me now.
Or me. Or Tina.
Yeah.
No,
Or
don't email me. That's crazy.
Whatever.
I mean, y'all are
It's
just,
fine.
y'all
I
are
don't
just
know
gonna,
shit.
Y'all are just gonna forward it to me.
know, right?
but-
Or membership. Membership at, info
Yeah.
at, Colton at, Amy at. Don't email Tina ever, clearly.
I mean, if you want to expand your business, you need business advice. We have different purposes.
Yeah, we have different areas of expertise.
Fine.
But if you want a quick response, don't email me.
That's fair.
But we do have several drop-off locations on the website. Please go there, drop off new unwrapped toys. All of these toys will be donated to children at LifeWorks Austin, an amazing organization helping families facing homelessness here in Austin.
Yeah. It's really special.
And the Health and Wellness Committee really organizes and puts on this entire event, and it's been bigger and bigger and bigger every single year. So I'm very excited to see a room full of toys.
It
Yeah.
was amazing last year. Like, it's like, if you don't know the process, it's so sweet where these families essentially get to come shopping in a room full of toys. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really special.
Yeah, and because of the growth, really due to all of the work from the Health and Wellness Committee, we have grown so much in this toy drive that these toys are now not only for Christmas. This allows these families to shop for birthday presents, for
Right.
welcome gifts whenever they're first getting into the program. So it's really cool, and I don't know, our impact just keeps getting bigger and bigger in that area.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see.
Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you got.
Yeah.
Yep.
We also have several member events coming up. I will share a few with you all. The Little Gay Shop is hosting the Big Gay Art Fair this Sunday at their shop. We love it. Little Gay Shop, Big Gay Art, love. The Jinx and Gala Holiday Show is coming to the Long Center on November 19th. Amy and I will be there. Come hang out with us, see some RuPaul's Drag Race queens. Austin LGBT Chamber members get 20% off of tickets. You can log into your member portal now and click member exclusive deals, and there will be a link that takes you directly there for 20% off.
Nice.
As always, you can find out more information about all of these events at austinlgbtchamber.com.
Very well done. It's been a good year for the Chamber. Thanks for tuning in with us every Friday, wherever you get your podcasts. We will catch up with you next week. If you want to learn more about the Chamber events, definitely visit the website per Colton's instructions, austinlgbtchamber.com. If you want to be a guest or a sponsor, email us at info@austinlgbtchamber.com. Listen to our show every Friday wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to follow. Thanks, and we'll chat next week.